This is CBS News Bay Area with Juliette Goodrich.
Hello, I'm Sarah Donchi in this evening for Juliette Goodrich. It's being called a victory in the fight to cut down on pollution near two Contra Costa County refineries. The Bay Area Air Quality Management announced today that Chevron Refinery in Richmond and the Martinez Refining Company agreed to settle a lawsuit and will come in compliance with some of the strictest air quality regulations in the country.
When we speak about environmental justice, this is in furtherance of supporting communities of color. At some point, we have to say enough is enough, and that we have to put in rules and regulations that support those people.
But will the refineries actually follow those rules? Our Katie Nielsen spoke to one Martinez resident who is cautiously optimistic.
This refinery in Martinez processes more than 150,000 barrels of crude oil every day. And just beyond those smokestacks are neighborhoods where residents say it's about time something changed.
Every time I plant, I'm always hoping that it'll be okay. But always, I never know.
One of Heidi Taylor's favorite things about her house in Martinez is the space for a garden.
And now there's always a lingering concern, like what are we breathing? What are we eating?
She and her husband moved here in 2022, and their house is literally in the shadows of the refineries, but also walking distance from downtown with plenty of space for herbs, veggies, and lemon trees.
Nobody wants my lemons. Not living in Martinez. That's the sad thing, you know? Like, what do you do?
She's worried about chemical contamination from the nearby Martinez Refining Company.
We deserve clean air, clean water, clean soil. End of story.
And that's what the settlement is all about. The Air Quality Management District required the refineries to cut down on particulates released during the refining process. The Martinez Refining Company in Martinez and Chevron in Richmond sued to try to block the new rules. And now they settled, not only agreeing to comply, but also paying the largest settlement in the Air Board's history.
When we start hitting companies in the pocketbook, I think that's when they really start to realize that they have to start making changes or it's going to affect their bottom line.
Cesar Cepeda is a council member in the city of Richmond and says this settlement is a good first step in holding corporate polluters accountable. But there are others in the area that still need to be addressed.
There's more conversations about what the rules should be. And hopefully at the end of the day, our community is the one that wins.
It's that level of change that nearby residents like Heidi say is needed most.
This is the best place I have ever lived, and I am not going to just pack up and leave. I am going to hold that refinery accountable.
Now, under this settlement agreement, both refineries have until the middle of 2026 to make those reductions to particulate pollution.
As part of the settlement, Chevron is also set to pay a $20 million fine. We reached out to the refineries for comment. Chevron responded with a statement saying in part that it's committed to working with agencies like the Bay Area Air Quality Management. However, it remains concerned that the rulemaking process is fundamentally broken and believes it's another example of how California policies have led to a hostile business environment for manufacturers. All right, we do have to talk about weather. This is our last dry day before a few storms hit the Bay Area. The commute tomorrow could be a wet one. Paul has been tracking that. I felt like the clouds were foreboding today and very ominous.
It was a pretty view at sunset with that mix of clouds and the sun kind of ducking underneath the clouds that have been thickening throughout the day. No rain out of those clouds just yet. The bulk of the more substantial cloud cover is still out to our west. That's going to move in tomorrow with a much better chance of showers for the Bay Area. Let's track our hour-by-hour rain chances. We'll start with the North Bay, where the rain will already move in by mid to late morning. Those rain chances really peaking by early afternoon, but there's still going to be plenty of puddles on the roads for drive time. And that's why tomorrow is a first alert weather day. Some of the heaviest downpours are going to be occurring over most of the Bay Area right around the peak of that afternoon evening commute. So around San Francisco and Oakland, best chance of rain is going to be during the mid to late afternoon hours into early evening. And then the rain chances do taper off overnight. Bit of a later arrival time for San Jose and the Santa Clara Valley, but everybody likely to get wet out of this system. Fortunately, this one's coming through not associated with an atmospheric river. So we're not talking about any significant flooding potential. The winds will get Gusty from time to time, but no significant wind damage expected either. Both of those threats come back into play with the next atmospheric rivers that are going to head our way as we head through President's Day weekend. And yes, I said plural, rivers. We're going to be seeing back-to-back atmospheric rivers over that holiday weekend. I've got to look at those coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Paul, thank you so much. San Francisco Mayor London Breed will face yet another challenger this November. Her predecessor, former Mayor Mark Farrell. Our Ann Makovic joins us with the plans that he laid out today. This is a big deal. This race is obviously very crowded now.
Yes, and it's going to be more so. We have several big names already, but Mark Farrell has been rumored to be joining the race, and here he is. The big headlines today of his campaign promises: getting rid of the city's current police chief and cleaning up all large tent encampments within his first year in office. Farrell does have experience at City Hall. He was a supervisor for 7 years, and he served as mayor after the sudden death of Ed Lee in 2018. Well, he never ran for the job in an open election until now. He says he is going to lift San Francisco from being what he calls the butt of jokes across America.
The conditions of our streets have never been worse. Our local economy is broken, and we have literally become the butt of jokes across our country and abroad. We have a crisis of confidence in our city government that needs to be fixed, and it starts and stops with the mayor.
In addition to Mayor London Breed, the other top contenders, Supervisor Asha Safai and philanthropist Daniel Lurie. Our political expert thinks Farrell might veer the mayoral race a little to the right.
We've had that tug going back to Ed Lee. We had that with Mayor Breed and progressives on the board, fighting for the direction of the city, whether it's going to be more or less moderate, more or less conservative, more or less progressive. And that's the nature of the Democratic infighting in the city, because these are all Democrats.
And there's a lot of money coming into this race as well, and we've heard the accusations that some candidates are maybe just a mouthpiece for super PACs or venture capitalists, and ranked choice voting is also going to come into play here. So some of these candidates could be forming an alliance. It is certainly going to be interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. And I think, there's a lot to be said about what might happen. We just have to wait and see. We'll be covering it, I'm sure.
Yeah, we will.
All right, Ann, thank you so much. San Francisco. San Francisco kicked off its Lunar New Year celebration in Portsmouth Square over the weekend, a place that's been a community gathering spot and has even been nicknamed the neighborhood living room. But now this Chinatown landmark is getting a new look. And as Kenny Choi tells us, some want to get rid of some public art that's been there for decades.
Every day, countless seniors frequent Portsmouth Square to get away from subpar living conditions.
A lot of the families that live in Chinatown, they live in SRO homes where the space is very, very limited.
J. Henry Mack heads the nonprofit garage underneath the square that distributes funding to nearby community groups. Residents say city-funded single-room occupancy units can be extremely challenging. Mack says the $60 million redesign slated to begin later this year will make a major difference.
We want to have a space that meets the needs of this community.
As city officials consider public input, Chinatown proponents envision a very different place.
It would be great if the square, the park, reflected much of the rich Chinese American history.
University of San Francisco law professor Bill Ong-Hing has worked with legal aid organizations which help strengthen equal rights laws for decades. He and other advocates say the artwork in place now, including a monument commemorating the city's first public school, despite the darker history of the district's exclusionary policies, don't reflect the contributions of the Chinese community.
That's very ironic that there's an image there when Chinese were excluded.
There's also this piece paying tribute to author Robert Louis Stevenson, who had no ties to Chinatown. Advocates believe the city is listening to their calls to change the landscape of the square.
It's clearly a main hub for Chinese celebrations and Chinese gatherings.
The idea ultimately is to make this plaza something that the community can be proud of.
Mack remembers her father's daily commutes to Portsmouth in order to find community. Now she's helping to shape what the space will look like.
Not everybody is for removing the statues. Some say they would just like to see more historical context along with them. There is also some talk about maybe renaming the park. Construction set to begin this summer and is expected to take 2 years. Now we turn to San Mateo, where police are investigating a murder-suicide after 4 people were found dead inside of a home. Police say a man and woman were found with gunshot wounds and also found a gun and a loaded magazine they think was used. Police also say 2 children were found dead inside that home, but say they did not have gunshot wounds. The victims were discovered by police during a welfare check at a home on Alameda de las Pulgas yesterday. The motive is under investigation.